Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Look, if you communicate with an audience online, you know the feeling. You send out this meticulously crafted email, you hit send, and crickets. Nothing. Stagnant open rates, rising unsubscribes, zero engagement. It's literally the worst. Today, we're breaking down a strategy called the Conversation Catalyst. It's a complete game changer that takes your email marketing from a tired, one-way broadcast and flips it into a highly profitable, two-way conversation. Believe me, this is going to completely change how you look at your subscriber list.
So let's start with section 1, the sales pitch trap, and exactly why constant promotion fails.
If you're noticing your engagement dropping, or you just feel like people are tuning you out, we really have to ask why the current approach isn't connecting. I mean, imagine opening your own inbox right now. What do you see? 50 emails just screaming, buy this, look at me, get 20% off, right? It is incredibly overwhelming. Think of it like this. If your best friend literally only called you when they needed to borrow cash, how long are you going to keep picking up the phone? Your email list is exactly the same. When every single message you send is a pitch, subscribers just stop opening them.
It all comes down to a constant choice. Are you going to chase that quick hit of a one-off sale from, a loud megaphone blast? Or are you going to cultivate the deep roots of a real relationship? Look, relentlessly pitching might grab an occasional quick sale from someone who just happens to be ready with their credit card that exact second, but it completely sacrifices the long-term relationship building you absolutely need for sustained success. You're basically trading the long-term health of your entire list for a tiny, brief spike in revenue. And honestly, that is the absolute fastest way to kill your list's health, dead in its tracks.
Which brings us to part 2, the pivot in the sheer power of inquiry. It all boils down to introducing this one impossibly simple habit. Seriously, you don't need a complex new funnel, you don't need some crazy 10-part automated sequence or expensive new software. Nope, you are just going to hit a full stop on the sales engine for one single email. Instead of asking them to buy, you're going to send an email that just asks your subscribers a question. That's it. It's a tiny pivot on your end, but the psychological shift it creates for the reader, it's absolutely massive.
Think of this one email as a digital coffee chat. You're effectively reaching right through the screen and asking about their specific goals, the hurdles they're tripping over, or, hey, even celebrating their recent progress. It immediately signals to your reader, hey, I see you. They aren't just another row on a spreadsheet to you. They aren't just a walking wallet. This creates a real, genuine interaction where people feel you actually care about helping them succeed. And you know what happens when you show genuine interest in someone's journey? Their guard drops instantly.
Moving right along to section 3, the dual payoff of trust and market research. This strategy is honestly a brilliant business move because you get these two massive compounding benefits. First up, asking questions builds that essential know, like, and trust factor. You step out from behind the fancy corporate logo and you become a real, relatable human being. Second, you unlock an absolute treasure chest of feedback. Every single reply becomes a goldmine of free market research, telling you exactly what they need. And because of that, you get to act as a trusted guide. You aren't just blindly guessing anymore. Your audience is literally handing you the roadmap so you can recommend the perfect solutions. When you stop guessing and start actually listening, the benefits just compound automatically. Suddenly, your content practically writes itself because you're solving real, articulated problems that your audience just told you they have. And those product recommendations, they start to feel like personalized gifts rather than pushy sales pitches. Let your audience guide you, and you unlock this incredible cascade of benefits. Your engagement metrics, your conversion rates, they all naturally climb upward, just as a direct result of being hyper-relevant.
Let's look at part 4, the application, and how to use these questions for literally any niche.
Okay, let's say you help online businesses. Instead of sending out yet another ebook pitch, just ask a direct, one-line question. Are you collecting leads consistently? I mean, it's almost impossibly simple, right? But if your reader is currently struggling with that exact issue, they are going to hit reply, just to vent their frustrations directly to you. It's highly relevant, and it kicks open the door for a conversation where you could actually offer help based on their specific situation. Or you could just ask them to articulate their biggest obstacle right now. And here's a pro tip for you. When they reply, pay incredibly close attention to the exact words they use. Getting them to explain where they're stuck reveals the exact copywriting language you need for your future marketing. I mean, they are literally handing you the script. When you mirror those exact words and phrases back to them later on, they're going to think you're reading their minds. Now, just to prove this isn't only for B2B markets, let's pivot to the dog training niche. If you just send an email asking, what breed of dog do you own? Well, you know dog owners. They absolutely love talking about their dogs. It's an incredibly low-friction, high-joy question. The absolute brilliance of this is that it trains your subscribers to get used to hitting reply to your emails. You're building that muscle of engagement with a really fun, easy topic.
And once they're engaged, you follow up and start connecting the dots. You can ask something like, which challenge is driving you crazy right now? Fleas, excessive barking, digestive problems, or allergies? If they tell you excessive barking, well, boom, you now know exactly which training course or anti-bark collar to recommend to them next week. No guessing required. Their answers tell you exactly what information and products they are primed and ready to buy next.
Bringing us to Section 5, the new paradigm, shifting from monologues to conversations.
With this approach, you're essentially breaking down a brick wall. When you shift away from shouting a one-way sales monologue into a dark void and instead initiate a true two-way conversation, focus on their goals and their frustrations, everything changes. You aren't just some automated robotic sender anymore. You become a trusted advisor. And once you establish that dynamic, well, that trust becomes the absolute most valuable, bulletproof asset your business could possibly build. So, to summarize this incredibly powerful loop, you initiate a genuine conversation rather than constantly selling, which builds real foundational trust. That trust then yields incredibly accurate market research straight from the source, your audience, which then empowers you to create hyper-targeted content and recommend highly specific solutions. It's this continuous, compounding cycle of value that makes literally every subsequent email you send that much more effective.
I'm going to leave you with a final challenge for this explainer. Think about it. If you never actually ask your audience what they want, how much hidden value are you leaving trapped inside your email list right now? Seriously, if you're only ever guessing at what they need, you are without a doubt leaving money and loyalty on the table. Don't let your biggest asset sit there in silence. Go send that one simple question today and just watch what happens.